And now a big welcome to Jean-Vincent Ridon.
Yes, welcome.
Is that Jean-Vincent?
Yeah, everybody calls me JV, but Jean-Vincent is my full name. Double barrel, difficult French, you know.
It is difficult,
Yeah.
but it's amazing. It's our first time that we interview a sommelier. Is that the correct one?
That's
English?
a correct term, yeah, sommelier.
Sommelier. And that's like, I mean, if people think they know wine, I enjoy wine, and then you realize you don't know wine. You know wine.
Yeah, but you don't have to know wine to enjoy wine. Wine is made to be shared, and sommelier can guide you through more enjoyment. But the most important is enjoy your wine. You don't have to know about it.
So, sorry, Hendrik.
Yeah.
No,
Since you don't know about wine, not you, if I,
Yes.
for instance, don't know wine, how do you go about choosing the wine?
Drink a lot of it. the more you try,
Only by experience.
No. Yeah, it's by your own step, you know. And everybody usually starts from something sweeter in the early stage of wine drinking to something drier and something more evolved and more complex, sometimes even difficult to go to when you're a young drinker, like very old wine. You know, they all taste funky and bizarre, but there's layers of complexity that will really turn you on at one stage. But at the beginning, just go for fruit. Fruit and sweetness, that's the first entry door, yeah.
but your love for wine, is it only because you're French, or what triggered it?
From my family, we've been in wine for a long time, and I started as sommelier at my father's restaurant. So it's been in the blood, but then I think it's a question of wanting to develop your passion and make it your job, or just keep that as a side hobby. I made it my job.
And then we got the information that like a second place wine sommelier in South Africa.
Yeah, I've been very proud of that. Yes,
It's quite amazing. And how difficult is it to become a sommelier?
It's training on the floor, it's practicals, it's as well theoretical. You have to know your wines, but you have to know as well all your other beverages like tea, coffee, mineral water, beer, everything from service, the way to serve the wine, the way to keep the wine, and how to pair it with food. Pairing with food is the most important. You can make bad choices, and that's where, you know, you can love your wine the way you love them, but maybe I can advise you to try something unusual and make you more happy.
And then our sparkling wine, we want to call it champagne, but we can't in our country.
We can find great champagne in South Africa. It's imported.
We must do imported. So there's this new thing about the old traditional glass, and these days they want to drink the champagne in a normal wine glass. I don't know if that's a rumor.
No, it's not a rumor. It's a new fashion.
It's a new fashion, but is it worth it? Do you believe in that fashion?
Wine is evolving. In the old days, champagne or Cap Classique were sweeter. Now it's getting drier. Now we got wines we keep for longer as well in the bottle to get it more mature and more complex. So in the old days, we had, before the champagne flute, we had a cup, a coupe. A champagne coupe, because the wine was sweeter.
Yes,
round. But it was, the legend said it was molded on the breast of Marie Antoinette. I don't know if I can say that on TV or on radio. It's fine. Then and the wine was milky in the old days, so it allowed the deposit to go down the glass, and you had people liked it sweeter, so less fizzy. So the open glass was better. Then the flute came, and it's focusing the carbonic gas from the wine. It makes the wine more sharp, more zingy, and it's more like party wine. Now people want to turn the champagne into something, or the Cap Classique, into something more like a wine you can have with your food. You can not only have for a party, and then having a more open glass, a bigger glass, allows the aromas to develop more, and then you got, you know, a better nose, less carbonic gas, but more complex wine.
So when it comes to champagne, I drink brut. You know, anything sweet, I can't do it. So does it make a big difference? Is brut like champagne that can get older?
Brut, brut can encompass different level of sweetness. You know, in South Africa, people drink brut around 15 grams of sugar. Sometime in Europe, we drink something more 5, 6, 7 grams, something sharper. But you can age this wine beautifully. It doesn't mean that the sweeter wine cannot age, but traditionally the best cuvées are made in the brut style, which means you can keep them in your cellar, you can keep them up to 5, 10 years in a bottle. Don't be scared to keep sparkling wine if you can keep them in proper condition. And then, if you like to have it with your meal, then go for a wine glass, a more tulip glass, broader. But I love the flute because it's got this, you know, it's something visual, it's symbolic of party, it's got this long string of bubbles, And yes, it's part of the Cap Classic. It's part of the spirit of drinking bubbles. It must be sparkling.
So there's a specific tradition. Help me if I'm incorrect. With certain wines or wines in overall, there's a certain amount that you usually then pour in when it comes to serving.
Yes.
So since there's now a new tradition, how would we then serve it? Is there only a certain amount of champagne that you can pour in if you want to seem as if you know everything about it? Or?
You know, sometimes you wonder, is this new fashion on using wine glasses for sparkling wine is not coming from the marketing people that want us to drink bigger quantities of bubbles. So usually you don't pour more than half in a wine glass, in a tulip glass, to allow some oxygen to interact with the wine or with the bubbles. So it develops more aromatic compounds, and it's more enjoyable on the nose. The flute, I advise to go 2/3 up to 3/4. Because it's something there's less quantity into it, and it's something you usually walk around with it. It's a party glass. It's at the beginning of the meal as well, where if you got it for the rest of the meal, then you're going to get the wine glass with a long stem, where as well the stem allows you to not warm up the wine with your hand.
Where can people contact you?
South African Sommelier Association. We're on Facebook. We're very active, and I think we as well sommelier.org.za with a S at sommelier, and we can find us everywhere. And we got a chapter in Johannesburg. We're very active in Cape Town and try to develop. There's more and more sommelier on the floor. We as well having our own training now to train the new generation of sommelier, because there was no available training in South Africa. So we all been trained overseas, and now we come back to the country and train the next generation so we can drink better.
I am on my way. And last question, just say the big breakfast in French.
Le grand petit déjeuner.
Something about journée. That's all I have.
Thank you.
That's me. That's me. I'm loving breakfast. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So op daai champagne, kom ons gaan kyk hoe gaan dit in die kombuis.